All right, this set of notes will be for page 52, and the title is Special Right Triangles. So let's turn to page 52 in your notes. All right, so we talked about in class that we have two different kinds of special right triangles, and the way you can tell them apart is by the degrees for each triangle. So our first special right triangle is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So anytime you have one of your two angles listed as 45, then we know that the two legs of the triangle are congruent. So we have both legs as A. And then we know that the hypotenuse is always going to be whatever the leg is times the square root of 2. Our second special right triangle is anytime we have a 60-degree angle, or that tells us automatically that the other triangle angle is 30 degrees. Then we know that the short leg is A, and then we have the long leg will be whatever that short leg is times the square root of 3. So our long leg is always the short leg times the square root of 3. And then last but not least, in the 30, 60, 90 triangle, our hypotenuse is always 2 times whatever that short leg is. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some examples using our special right triangles. So example 1, we have a 45-degree angle. So we know that we will be using our first special right triangle. And we are given, in this example, we are given a leg. So I'm going to highlight both legs. And we know those legs have to be congruent. So if this side length is 3, then this leg side length has to also be 3. And then for our hypotenuse, we know that we have to take our leg times the square root of 2. So our leg is 3. This hypotenuse will be 3 times the square root of 2. Okay. All right, let's go on to example number 2. In this example, we have a 60-degree angle marked. So we know we will be using the second example. And I like to go ahead and mark my short leg and my long leg and my hypotenuse so that I know exactly what I need to do. So in this example, they've given us the hypotenuse, and we know that the hypotenuse was 2 times whatever our short leg was. So to get back to our short leg, we're going to have to divide that number by 2. So this short leg is going to be 6 divided by 2, or 3. Now that we know the short leg, we can find the long leg by taking the short leg times the square root of 3. So this long leg is 3 times the square root of 3. And then you're done. Okay, we've got 2 more examples. Example 3, again we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight again the short leg and the long leg and the hypotenuse. Okay. In this example, we're given the long leg, and we know that the long leg is our short leg times the square root of 3. So in order to get just that A by itself, we're going to have to divide by the square root of 3. So we know this short leg is going to be 5 divided by the square root of 3. However, that simplifies to 5 square root 3 divided by 3. You'll learn more about simplifying when you have a radical in the denominator when you're in Algebra 2. For now, if you put that into your calculator, it's going to tell you 5 square root 3 over 3. And then our last step is to find the hypotenuse, and since we have to take our short leg times 2, then this will be 5 square root 3 over 5 times 2, or 10 square root 3 over 5. We can reduce 10 divided by 5 gives us 2 square root 3 as our final answer for the hypotenuse. All right, last example. In this example, we have a 45-degree angle. So we know that we have 2 legs that are going to be congruent, and we've got our hypotenuse. So here they're telling us that the hypotenuse is 4 times the square root of 2. And from our original special right triangles, we know that the hypotenuse has to be whatever this short leg was times the square root of 2. So since in this example we have 4 times the square root of 2, that tells us that our short leg had to have been 4. And since our legs are congruent, both of our legs are 4. That is it for special right triangles.